Hi again, it's Derek with the Romahome Hylo. Talking about the sine wave inverter I bought from Australia. Very pleased with it. Oh, this is how I fitted it in. My big 115 amp Leisure battery's in under the front seat, and see the water tank. I had a vent pipe I bought for about £2, and then I had a bit of, when I renewed the gas pipe on my gas cylinder this year, because after so many years you should replace them, I had the odd length of gas pipe which is there, and believe it or not, I've run it round the water tank and it comes down and through and out just behind the bulkhead onto the road area. So I've got a nice draft of fresh air sucking any fumes out on the road. So that's worked out very well. That's better old gas pipe. So it really, I didn't need to seal that end there because it just pushed in, it sealed itself. So that's a bit of luck. So now I've got the battery properly vented, especially with internal, like in an internal sleeping. So the gas is just gone. I made a base, which I'll tell you about later on. I've got the inverter in here. I'm very, very pleased with it. And I've got also my Romahome electrics there, my SIG unit, or whatever it might be. And I've got a gap here connected to the next bay for ventilation coming this way. I've got a fan at the backup that cools the unit, and I've also got plenty of ventilation through there behind the water tank and around the water tank. So if that ever gets hot, the cooling fan will kick in and give me plenty of cooling, which I think what we need. To get my power off the inverter, I've got a 3 meter long extension lead plugged into the single socket, which then I will pass through the van to my cooking area, so I can actually put electric kettles and that. So that's the plan now. Now, lucky with this sine wave converter, they have a separate on-off switch. It's rather nice. So I'm going to press that, hold it a few seconds, it's on, and you see the little neon indicator going. And then obviously to isolate the inverter, press that. So I can actually put these covering on the seats, and I've got to keep lifting up to turn the inverter on and off. So I don't like the clips that come with it onto the battery. I think in time I will put proper ring clips on there to hold the clips in place. But at the moment, that's it. Up to electrics again. There's my sort of control panel I made quite a few years ago. I've got a little 12 volt socket when I look with radio. Of course now I've got the mains, I don't need any of that. I've got my fuse box there. I've got my little burglar alarm system up there. And I always had a problem finding a place for my carbon monoxide detector. I don't like the screwing onto the original bodywork, so I actually screw it on the front there. So I've got a little control here. Basically I've got to paint the woodwork, but yeah, I bought a really good expensive. Another little tip, I've got all these little sweet jars, which for my storage, which I'll come to those another time when I can look at the interior of the van. At the moment, the van is very untidy with all this work I've been doing. But so that's the inverter. How do I make the base? Basically, I've got a huge bit of block board like that, which fitted, cut to fit, to the far end under there, far end there, and out to there. So I had one solid piece of block board to spread the load of the battery, basically. So I want to do that, and also because it's actually locked in there, the battery can't move anywhere because it's locked in. Then, this is say the block board, I got some 2x2 and basically drilled underneath, screwed it on there like that before I mounted it, and that gave me the battery box on there, sort of one there sort of thing, to put the battery on so it can't slip. So if you look down there, you see I've got the 2x2 here, and at the front here, which holds the battery. Absolutely rock solid in, really is. And again, my neighbour's just bought me some lovely big root of horseradish, so I liked it, and she's dug some out of the garden and just put it up to me. So we've got a garden this afternoon, get some horseradish. When I get it established, it'll grow like mad. But back to the inverter. Well, that's the inverter in place. And what I did, they supply it with 4 screws and 4 little anti-vibration washers. So when you're driving, there's a little bit of movement there. You see? So again, it's a bit of decent stuff and proves the point. If we can go back a bit. Yeah. So that's got a little bit of rock in it. Now, to mount that, I wanted to have it with plenty of ventilation, and make it easy to mount or to do any repairs on or reconnect. It's very awkward to get in here. So what I did is, I got a bit of wood like that and mounted the 4 screws on there, simple as that. Then connected all my wiring up. So I'm actually working up here. Then I drilled some holes here and screwed it onto my left hand side of my battery box I made. So you can see there, I think you see there's 3 screws there. So therefore now I've got it mounted higher, just where I wanted to get maximum circulation, get access to the trips there. And if I want to do any repairs or reconnection or change any of the battery wires, all I'm going to do is undo those screws here, and it comes out. So easy maintenance, simple to do. You can see the bit of wood goes to the end there, and yeah, well away. If I did it on the floor, it would be jammed in somewhere, or along here in front of these boxes. This way, actually rock solid, no movement at all on the base, and you've got this little spring and loads of ventilation around it. So simple little thing like that. It's not a hard job to do these little things. Just take your time and yeah, come. So now I just plugged my radio in. I've got a DAB radio going at last in here because I've got the mains power now. So very pleased. So anyway, that's my little Romahome, or our little Rome, Pamela and mine, called Vicky, and I'll be doing some of the other little modifications in my next video, but at the moment it's mainly getting the power into the van, which I've now got. Very pleased. Thank you and goodbye, and thanks for watching, and if possible please subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.